When a software engineer pushes a code change, an automated process takes over. Tests run in minutes, code style is validated, and if the suite passes, the update deploys safely to a production environment. Now, look at how many organizations handle data engineering. An analyst modifies a transformation script directly in a scheduling interface with no staging environment and no rollback plan, deploying a change straight to a pipeline that feeds the company's core executive dashboard. The software team sleeps. The data team gets paid at 2 a.m. because an executive sees a massive unexplained drop in reported revenue. This vulnerability exists because legacy ETL workflows operate outside standard engineering practices. Pipelines are often built with ad hoc scripts, tested informally if at all, and pushed live by manually clicking a button in a UI. That manual approach functions when a company only has a few simple data sources. It breaks down completely when an organization scales to hundreds of concurrent pipelines, all feeding critical regulatory reports and live machine learning models. Closing this gap requires DataOps. It is the direct application of DevOps automation, agile development, and statistical process control to the entire data lifecycle. Data pipelines are software. Protecting the business decisions that rely on them requires adopting the exact same engineering rigor used to build the applications themselves. To see how this rigor operates in practice, we will track a single feature request. A data engineer needs to add a new calculated revenue column to a core dbt model. The process starts with infrastructure as code. Every asset, from the SQL transformation logic to the Airflow orchestration scripts to the Terraform configurations managing the warehouse, must exist as text-based code. This diagram illustrates the necessary migration. Pipeline definitions no longer live on local laptops or inside scheduling interfaces. They are centralized in a version control system, where our engineers' proposed change diverges cleanly from the main production branch. Moving to version control enforces the first layer of pipeline defense: mandatory peer code review. Before any code merges, a colleague inspects the pull request. They check the mathematical logic of the new revenue calculation, and they trace the dependency graph to ensure adding this column won't break downstream tables. Subjecting data assets to this review process establishes the immutable, text-based foundation required to automate the rest of the pipeline's deployment. Once the code is under review, continuous integration kicks in. But standard software CI fails for data pipelines because verifying code logic alone is insufficient when dealing with live information. DataOps addresses this by splitting the CI process. The top track of this diagram shows logic testing. It behaves like a standard software unit test, pushing purely synthetic mock inputs, like a flat $100 price, through the proposed revenue function to verify the output matches expectations. These logic tests isolate the code, proving it handles edge cases like negative prices or zero discounts correctly, long before the script ever touches a real database. But the majority of real-world pipeline incidents are not caused by typos in a SQL query. They are caused by upstream source systems changing a schema without warning, or marketing campaigns generating unexpected volumes. That unpredictability requires the bottom track, data quality testing. Instead of testing the code in isolation, this track tests the actual payload flowing through the pipeline, dynamically filtering and rejecting rows that violate structural rules. These tests actively scan for anomalies in the payload: unexpected null values in mandatory fields, a sudden 90% drop in daily row counts, or foreign key relationships pointing to customer IDs that no longer exist. Both the logic and quality tracks execute automatically via CI runners the moment the pull request is opened, delivering a pass or fail result back to the engineer in minutes. This bifurcation guarantees that the deployment process isolates mathematical correctness from upstream payload instability. With tests passed and the code reviewed, continuous deployment takes over, automatically promoting the merged update through progressively stricter environments. This flowchart tracks that promotion. The code graduates from an isolated development instance, moves into a staging environment for integrated testing, and finally proceeds to production. Software engineers can often validate updates using purely synthetic environments. Data pipelines require strict environment parity. Testing a data pipeline against artificial data is dangerous. Subtle errors related to data distribution and edge cases only reveal themselves at scale. To replicate this safely, the staging environment utilizes a massive subset of genuine production data passing through a masking filter, scrambling identifiable information while preserving the mathematical distribution. Executing tests against this sanitized, high-volume replica ensures the pipeline can survive real-world data patterns before it ever reaches the production servers. The final deployment step introduces a specific architectural challenge: updating a massive, multi-terabyte production table without taking the downstream dashboards offline while the new data processes. To achieve zero downtime updates, data pipelines rely on an atomic table swap. It is the data engineering equivalent of a blue-green software deployment. Here we see the process in action. Instead of overwriting the live database, the CD pipeline builds an entirely new iteration, table v2, in the background. The downstream dashboards remain completely unaffected, still reading from the active table v1. Once the background build is complete, the system runs a final exhaustive battery of data quality tests, strictly against the secondary table to verify its integrity. Only when those tests pass cleanly does the system execute an atomic pointer switch. The database instantly reroutes all read traffic to the newly built table in a single transaction. If a downstream consumer detects an unexpected anomaly an hour later, the deployment retains a built-in failsafe. The pointer can be instantly reverted to the standby table, restoring the previous state in seconds. Implementing atomic swaps decouples the time it takes to process vast amounts of data from the uptime requirements of the analysts querying it. Deployment is not the end of the DataOps lifecycle. Because external data degrades naturally over time, pipelines require continuous post-deployment observation. Live production systems must continuously calculate observability metrics, tracking statistical anomalies in data freshness, overall volume, and unexpected schema drift on every incoming batch. This live dashboard displays the orchestrator, tools like Airflow or Dagster, acting as the control plane. It manages the complex dependency graphs and retry logic, overlaying live execution histories with immediate anomaly alerts. Applying continuous observability ensures that a broken upstream source triggers an automated engineering alert rather than a reactive complaint from a finance user. Implementing true DataOps requires aligning these multiple systems: version control to enforce review, bifurcated logic and quality testing, environment parity for safe staging, and atomic swaps for seamless delivery. But organizations adopting this lifecycle must heed a specific warning. Do not begin a DataOps transformation by investing heavily in complex continuous deployment automation. Building high-speed deployment pipelines with rigorous data quality checks achieves only one thing: scaling the speed at which you deliver broken data to the business. As this hierarchy shows, the architecture must be built from the ground up. The highest leverage first step is securing the foundation with hard data quality assertions, and only placing deployment automation on top once that safety net exists. Start by implementing low-cost, high-value assertions on your core tables. Check for unexpected nulls, verify daily row counts, and enforce essential key relationships. The moment the business trusts a number on a dashboard to make a decision, the pipeline feeding it becomes mission-critical infrastructure. It demands the exact same rigor, testing, and protection as the software that runs the rest of the company.